the basic tricks on pipe. So first one is obviously the bunny hop. You want to hold down on your right stick and then quickly shift up with your right stick after doing that, and that will get you to hop. The next trick is a bar spin. You want to hop like you normally would, but after that you want to hop and then go up and then push down with your right stick while holding R1, and it'll do a bar spin. And then you can do things like double bars and maybe even triple bars if you're good, but I'm trash at the game, so oh, never mind, I just did a triple bar. Okay, next one is a manual. If you guys have ever played Skate 3, to do a manual, instead of going all the way down with your right stick, you go barely down with your right stick and then go all the way up with your right stick, and then you go all the way down with your right stick. And then, because if you do this, it'll be a low one, but if you pull all the way up, it'll go higher. And then you can do things like, like I said, 180 manuals to revert to bar spin and all that, stuff like that. You can do drop-ins and stuff. Next one is a nose manual. It's the same thing for a manual, except instead of pushing down with your right stick, you want to push up. Then it'll get you to do a nose manual. I am not very good at nose manuals, so I don't do them that often, but if you guys watch my streams, you'll see me do them every now and then. Okay. Next one is let's do a tail whip. So for the tail whip, what you want to do is you want to hop up, hold down both triggers, and after hopping up, swipe your right stick to the right. And then that'll get you to do a tail whip. I'd recommend learning it on a bigger ramp so you can get more air. It makes it easier. And then once you get the motions down, you'll be able to do it on flat. Alright, and next one is, let's do, I don't know which one to do next. Let's do, well, what am I missing that I do a lot? Let's do just like 180s and stuff. So depends on what way you spin. In this game, I spin to my right. So you hold down your right stick and push your left stick to the right after hopping. And then it'll get you to do 180, and then you can do things like 360s if I can do one for you guys. I've been learning how to do them flat now, but I'm not that good at them. So this might take a second, but if I don't let it this try, then I'm just not gonna do it. Okay, so that was a sketchy 360, but it was a 360 nonetheless. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do grinds now. So let's get set up. I think we should go to a different map for this one, because this map doesn't have many rails. But if you guys go to community center, it's very street related. It's got a lot of rails, a lot of ledges and stuff you can grind. It's got stair gaps, so we're gonna go there real quick. And we'll start on this down rail. Double peg, you just hop up and you try and move your character to the rail with this peg. Sometimes it locks in like that. It'll lock you into a double peg. And then when doing the double peg, you can do things like hop into a double peg and then bar spin out. Or you can do stuff like a bar spin in, almost bar spin out. But next trick is an ice. So it'll be like a peg, except you want to push down with your right stick. And it'll lift up your character and only do the back peg. And that personally, that's one of my favorite grinds. It just looks really good. The next one is a tooth, same thing like the ice, except push forward. It's kind of like the grinds of the manuals and nose manuals. And the next one is a feeble, if I can do it. If I can do a feeble, I haven't done a feeble in a while. I don't know, I might be able to do a feeble. Yeah, there's a feeble right there. It's down to the right with your right. Actually, it depends on what way you're hitting the rail from. Uh oh, my stance is left, so. But yeah, and then you can do things like a lucky, which we'll go over later in the stream. But yeah, there's the ice that we just learned and all that. There's the feeble. Now we're gonna go over the smith. Same thing like the feeble. If I can do a smith real quick. There's a smith. It's like the feeble, except switching around the like the angle of the grind. Instead of pushing down to the right with your right stick, it's up to the right, and it'll do a smith. Next one is a crank. This took me a while to learn. It's just hop up and then push your right stick to the right, and it'll lock into a crank. And then yeah, you can do stuff like a crank. And I think there's might be one more grind we can go over. Yeah, the lucky. So the lucky, you push your right stick. So like if I'm on the right side, say I'm on the left side of the rail and the rail is on my right, for a crank I would push my right stick. Basically for a crank you'd push your right stick towards the rail. For a lucky you'd push your right stick away from the rail, and that'll get you to do a lucky. And I think those are all the grinds that we can go over, at least the ones I know right now. Next is, let's which one can I go over? Let's go over we went over manuals. These are pretty much all the basics, the grinds and all that. Guess I can teach you guys how to do some of the major tricks. For a suicide, you want to get enough air to be able to do a suicide. And what you want to do is hold down both bumpers and push your right stick down. Push your right stick down, and then it'll do a suicide. And then there's the tuck no-hander. It's like the suicide, except it tucks into your legs. And instead of pushing down with your right stick with both bumpers, you'll push up with your right stick. And it will tuck no-hander. You can do things. And then I think we should go over the seat grab. Seat grab, you want your right bumper and your right stick up, and it'll do seat grab. Like so. Let me do it real quick. There's a seat grab. And then we've got the, let's do the Grizair. The Grizair is like the, it's like the, it's like the, it's kind of like the, oh my god, I'm having short-term memory loss right now. What did we just do? We did the, yeah, the seat grab. We did the seat grab. 1 second, let's do the comments real quick. Skate 3 better? Not really, bro. That's your opinion, though. The Grizair is your, I think it's your left bumper? No? Left bumper? No, that's bar spin. Let me get more air. Okay, yeah. It's your right trigger and your right stick down. And it'll do, but I'm dog crap at this game, so it won't let me do it. Why is this game not letting me do a freaking Grizair? Okay, my game might be broken. Yep, my game's broken. It's not doing it. Is the left one? Maybe is it up? No. It's down, right? My game's bugging out. Jeez. I think my right stick isn't working. Oh, there we go. I think I wasn't pushing it in hard enough. Nope, my game's just literally broken. I don't know, that's how you do a Grizzare. My game just doesn't like me right now, so it's not gonna let me do it, but I'll try and do it one more time. No, my game just doesn't like me right now. Oh, I didn't go over all the manuals. We went over the manual, the nose manual, but you've got the hang 5, which is your right trigger, and you do what you do for a nose manual, but holding the right trigger. And what you want to do is you want to barely push up with your right stick, and then go all the way up. Otherwise, your guy will do this. He'll just fall. He won't lock into it, and it'll just won't work like that. So you want to push halfway up and then all the way up, and then it'll do the hang 5, and then you have the hang on, which is 1 foot on your. It's like the hang 5. The hang on is like the hang 5, except instead of your right trigger, it's your left trigger that you're holding down when doing that. And then you've got the hang nothing. The hang nothing is both triggers and up with your right stick. And then we can do the dork manual. It's like the hang 5, but go down instead of up with your right stick. And it'll do a dork manual. And then if you do left, it'll just, I think it'll just do a normal manual, yeah. I don't think there's anything for the left trigger. Yeah. Then you have the rocket manual, which is both triggers down and down with the right stick. And it's where you stay on your pegs and do a manual. And that's basically all the basics, guys. Now let's just put all those together in one line. Oh wait, does the double tire ride count as a grind? I'm gonna count it as a grind. You hold down both triggers, go up for a grind, and it should just lock you up on the rail. Let me try and do it for you guys real quick. Yeah, but there's the double tire ride. It's both triggers, and just try and go for a grind. And then it'll do the double tire ride. Now let's put all the stuff we just learned together into one single line. There's the ice, tooth, tire ride on the curb, to a double peg, kind of sketchy. Yeah, clean it up with a double peg, and then we'll try and do a manual on this, or a long it, I should say. No, let's go down the stairs real quick. Got manual, nose manual, bar spin manual, bar spin out. Then we'll do a hang 5. Try to do at least. Just trying to clean that up a little bit. Didn't do it. Hang 5. Didn't do. Hang nothing. We'll do hang on, then a rocket manual, then the dork manual, then we'll do a 180 up here, or try to do it, we'll just do a 180 flat. That was 360 almost, just the 180, pivot out, bar spin. We'll do bar spin to whip. And that should be all the tricks that you guys need to know. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy pipe.